Terrell here, and I'm back again to talk about the new show coming to Netflix on Thursday, April 25th, Dead Boy Detectives. I know a lot of people have been waiting for this show. Me in particular, a lot of reasons why I was waiting for this show. One of them being that originally they had kind of done a backdoor pilot in season three of sorry, I'm about to say Suicide Squad, Doom Patrol. So they did a backdoor pilot in the season three of Doom Patrol, which is starring two completely different actors. One of them in the original, the Deadpool Detectives when they first appeared, were one of them was David Tennant's son, Ty Tennant, who's also in House of Dragons. So they did a different version of them, kind of like how they introduced the Titans in Doom Patrol, and then in the show they were completely different characters, like they just forgot they existed, and then they brought them back in season four. I say us to say this is all related to Greg Berlanti. If you're familiar with Greg Berlanti, he's done pretty much all of the Arrowverse stuff, almost everything on the CW at this point. The shows are pretty good. I think now he is realizing, like, kind of get in, get out. As far as, like, don't the length of the show, because I feel like that's kind of what kills it in the end. This show is 8 episodes, not just your normal 22, 24 episodes that you normally get out of out of those CW shows, or any of those other shows, or I think they started reducing that like 12 or 13. But I could tell you, just 8 episodes, I really enjoyed every episode of this show. It felt fun. I really like the leads that play our two Dead Boy Detectives, and I want to make sure I get their names right. So I have George Rextru and Jaden Reverie. Play really, really good characters here. I really love the dynamic between them two. I really love just how the actors sound so knowledgeable. They're really in the character here. And it just do a really, really good job. Like I said, I had no idea what the Dead Boy Detectives were. No history, no lore behind this. But like I said, just jumping right into this. It definitely, it feels like this is more on the line. I don't want to say like adult show, because it's more on the lines of like supernatural, like as far as where they could take it. But Netflix, they definitely have a lot of blood and gore here too. But a lot of it is suggested. It isn't really always shown. Remember, this is still supposed to be on TV. This particular version of the show, though, the detectives, the Dead Boy Detectives themselves, they are following a spirit medium, Crystal, who also needs help. She possessed by a demon, and their entire, pretty much, this first season is pretty much figuring out their case and figuring out her case as to like what they need to do to really bring Crystal's memories back. And in the midst of that, we get brought into a whole lot of other main characters that come into the show. I don't want to spoil any of that for you guys, but like I just said, the show is completely trippy from start to finish, and it almost feels like it feels like a different horror genre every episode they kind of jump into, which makes this show a lot more fun and really enjoyable to watch. Um, I didn't think I would like this show as much as I did. I probably think it's because, like, it's 8 episodes. It doesn't overstay its welcome. The CGI, the effects and stuff like that they use to show the ghosts and a lot of the monsters and stuff like that they use for the show are really, really well done. I have no complaints in that department. I kind of wish that we could probably revive a lot of the Arrowverse stuff now that I'm watching this. A lot of like Doom Patrol Titans using Netflix, but I'm pretty sure they're probably not going to go that route. I think a lot of those chapters are probably closed, but it's nice to see Greg Berlanti still doing a lot of this work for these characters. Um, like I said, the show originally the characters originally from Sandman number 25. Like I said, they made an appearance in that third season of Doom Patrol. Like I said, you will probably be surprised as I am by just seeing the different actors. But like I said, I really like these actors that are playing the role. And by the way, Crystal, who was in this, who's also a main, is played. I want to make sure I get this name right. Cassius Nelson. Really hasn't done too much, but like I said, this is definitely something I'm going to keep my eye on this particular actor. I think she definitely brings the energy in the show. Um, we get a lot of the characters like kind of just we get a lot of like more of their origin here, obviously. Like I say, even though like Doom Patrol played a kind of a backdoor pilot, this is more so like almost their origin, almost like getting a little bit more feel. Now that we have more time with the characters in the show, we see that they're like running from death, because they have not passed on. They spend their time pretty much helping other people get to the afterlife. And the process of that, as the show shows, they got to get out of there before death arrives. Um, and one of the things I knew they were going to do, so the show starts off and takes place in London. I knew for a fact that we were not filming this in London. You get so you get a little bit of London, and then the show finds a way to kind of pigeonhole itself into one particular American town, of course, because budget, in Port Townsend, Washington. So we spend a lot of the time here in Port Townsend, where there are many of ghosts that need help, and in the midst of that, they're also dealing with an evil witch and a whole bunch of other stuff that keeps them busy. And I'm going to tell you to keep your eye out for the Cat King. I think he's going to be a fan favorite in this show. Based off of the actor that plays him. I'm not going to spoil that, but I think he's going to be a big fan favorite in the show. But yeah, I really like the show. I really like the flow of it. The way they have like the chapter set up, kind of like it really feels like a mystery. It feels like you're almost reading like a mystery book too, because like I said, the way the chapters are set up, um, throughout the episode. The opening of the case, the closing of the case, they frame it all. I really like the way that it's done. Like I said, it's bright, it's colorful. It feels like it's always something going on. It's not one moment of the show where I felt like I was bored or I need to look at my watch. The show was generally entertaining. Like I would say if this was trash, this was trash. But no, the show was genuinely entertaining. I really liked it. Um, this is definitely one of Greg Berlanti's and everybody involved. This is some of their best work. I know initially this show was supposed to have had come to the CW or like wherever it was going. I think it was Max originally, if I'm not mistaken. Somehow I got to Netflix, and I really appreciate that. Um, this is one of those shows that's too. I feel like I would have loved kind of the week to week benefit from, but I could see how it's set up, how the bench method would be more beneficial to how the episodes are layered on top of each other. Because you definitely, after each case is done, you're ready to get to the next one. Like I said, I definitely instantly fell in love with these characters. I really like them. I love the chemistry between all of the actors. Um, I just wish. I think one of the things that I wish the story didn't nail us down to this one setting. But other than that, I think they do a really good job of taking advantage of that. There's really no real complaint there of it, and I just wish there was more. I just wish there was more, like location wise, just based off of what the characters could do. We'll see that, and so on and so on. Um, don't want to spoil, but a lot of surprises, a lot of characters, a lot of people you're going to recognize in the show. I really like like I said, the way the world, the structure of them explaining how the afterlife works, heaven, hell, how things work. I feel like every show has like their different version of heaven and hell. Like I said, from Lucifer to Supernatural, how certain things work in these universes. But this is definitely a show that I am definitely dying to see another 8 episodes of. I'm hoping everybody hops on board. Maybe you feel the same way as I do. I think they did a really good job of getting these two characters right. Like I said, maybe it could be just I have no previous knowledge of the characters before, so that probably has a big impact on why I liked it so much. But I just generally like the story. I really love the story. I thought it was really fun. I love the energy. The characters, the actors, everybody involved is really done. So let me know if you guys are feeling the same way. I said I watched all 8 episodes pretty much straight through. I couldn't put it down. But let me know if you're feeling the same way. If this was something that you weren't feeling, if you were feeling the same way as I did about the actors. As far as the cases, did you take a look at like I said, all the cases film like a different horror movie, or a different supernatural thing in general. But like I said, take a look. Let me know what you think. Leave me a comment below, and Again, this is Terrell, and I'll see you guys for another review. Let me know what you thought. See ya.
Regulars.